President of the Windward Islands Chamber of Labor Unions, Claire Elshad, disappointed with the tone of the SHTA. Highlights of the Grand Carnival Parade and Juve on French Saint Martin. But first up, breast cancer screening last Saturday, well attended. Those are the headlines for Monday, February the 24th, 2020. This is SXM Daily News. I'm Valerie Van Putten. Now for the details. Women ages 18 and up across the island turned out for the free breast and health screening that took place on Saturday, February the 22nd from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Vineyard Building in Phillipsburg at the Ministry of Public Health, Social Development and Labor. The screenings were conducted with assistance of the American University of the Caribbean, AUC, School of Medicine. The women that were screened was first checked for their height, weight, vision, blood sugar, blood pressure, and total cholesterol, while the breast exam was performed by board-certified AUC physician Dr. Naira Chobanyan, MD, Doctor of Oncology, Medical Sciences in Oncology. She is currently Professor of Clinical Medicine at the American University of the Caribbean School of Medicine, AUC.
We initiated this program at AUC because being expert in breast cancer, for me it was important to understand which problems, breast-related problems, so breast abnormalities this community has. So program is initiated at AUC and it's part of AUC Public Health platform. For us, who teach at AUC, it's very important to give back to community. So this was main meaning behind initiation of this program at AUC, give back to community. So this program is part of AUC and Public Health platform. It means that this program is collaboration between American University of Caribbean School of Medicine, collaboration with Ministry of Public Health, and collaboration with Positive Foundation. Now I would like to talk more about this program. So this program has three parts or three components. First part is educational. Each participant will learn about breast abnormalities, will learn more about clinical presentation of breast cancer, will learn about risk factors for breast cancer and how we can decrease risk of having breast cancer, so modifiable risk factors. This is very important for everyone to know because breast cancer is the common cancer in women, number one. Cancer in women. That's why learn if we can change something in incidence. It means change our lifestyle, change our diet, exercise more, decrease our body mass index. Maybe we can influence on decrease incidence of breast cancer because there are some factors on which we cannot influence, like genetic or endocrine factors. That's why we are teaching women first recognize signs of breast cancer and second what everyone can do to decrease some risk of breast cancer. So one part is educational part in which clinical fellows, young physicians, AUC alumni, and medical students teaching public or participants on breast cancer risk factors and clinical manifestation. In this part, educational part, they also assess risk of everyone who is 35 years and older, risk factor for this particular person of having breast cancer or getting breast cancer in the next 5 or 10 years. So plus, they are showing each participant clinical breast examination on plastic model to empower ladies to learn more about own breast. So this is educational component of this program. Second component is overall assessment of health. So we are checking overall health by asking everyone to answer to questions. So fill-in questionnaire. So it means we are checking lifestyle related issue, so-called social history. We're checking family history. We're asking some question about past medical history. So assessing overall health, but at the same time performing some tests. And what those tests are: checking body mass index by assessing height and weight of patient, checking visual acuity, checking blood pressure, waist circumference, and checking blood glucose and cholesterol.
And in other news, Member of Parliament in the opposition, Mrs. Sarah Westcott Williams, is requesting information about the Labour policy with regards to the process that is already in place by law. She wanted the head of the Labour Department, Mrs. Peggy Ann Ross Richardson, to explain the law that makes it necessary for employers to show that they have executed the maximum effort to employ locals. Mrs. Westcott Williams says that it is not clear and it is not yielding the results that they want because clearly things are slipping through the cracks.
You must have some data, and clearly the process, which is already there by law, has not been yielding the results that we want. I agree with the minister where that is concerned. So what I needed to know right now, because clearly things are slipping through the cracks. If we have the information that the minister has alluded to, and yet the minister receives, I guess, with a positive advice, work permit applications to sign off, many of them, according to the admission of the minister, what I would like to see is the process right now, application, reporting in the paper, etc., because I want to get, Mr. Chairman, through you, I want to get from the minister, Minister, this is a new policy. It is, because we do not have this particular policy in place until now. It's not a new law. You are executing the law that makes it necessary for employers to show that they have executed the maximum efforts to employ locals. Agree. Now the minister has come up with a new policy from the process that is there right now. So that's the process I would like Mrs. Dross to explain. And then because of that process, clearly there are holes in the process because of all of the results that you have mentioned. And based on that, the minister has introduced a new policy. The minister referred, Mr. Chairman, to the policy being there and even referred to my position as, I guess, Prime Minister. No, this policy was not there. What was there and has been there is the fact that you have a division of labor that has one or more sections, and one section specifically is Arbeitsmarkt. Now the minister is proposing, I suspect, that that Arbeitsmarkt section, according to the organization resolution of the Ministry of VSR, that becomes the National Employment Service Center. This is now what the conclusion that I am drawn based on the comments by the minister. So what I would like Mrs. Dross, with the permission of the minister, to just explain the process as it is right now, because I am sure we can agree that the process right now is not yielding the results that we all want.
I support the minister that this is in fact not a new policy. It is not a new policy. The Department, Division of Labor Affairs and Social Services, has worked via a standard operating manual for the past 8 years at least, and we have executed everything that's in this policy has been executed before. What the Minister of VSR has done is simply taken the policy and published it in the National Gazette, which you are now have preview to. So I just wanted to differentiate and make clear that actually the policy does not represent a new way of working. Okay? This is something that we've done already. It's something that's published in our standard operating procedure, just for a point of clarification. I also would like, with the minister's permission, to give a point of clarification as it regards the commentary through you, Mr. Chair, from MP Westcott about her tenure as Prime Minister, something along that line. It was just a point to say that the National Employment Service Center actually came into existence, or the rewording of the section Arbeidsmarkt, Sexy Arbeidsmarkt section, labor market, to call that specific area the National Employment Service Center. The national decree establishing the ministry has the section labor market to include various elements, which is not only the NEST, so not only the job placement and the vacancy and job seekers registration process, but also labor registration, which is business registrations, dismissals, labor disputes, and everything related to industrial relations. So just so that people are understanding, it is not the entire Sexy Arbeitsmarkt that has been renamed the NESC. It is simply the part of the Arbeit, the Sexy, that deals with job placement activities, has been renamed in conformity with ILO international standards for public service centers.
And in more news, the St. Martin Medical Center recently purchased a new mobile X-ray machine to help broaden the scope of medical care given at the hospital. The new General Electric Optima digital portable X-ray machine will be used to take portable X-ray images of critical patients on the wards who cannot be transported to the radiology department for various reasons. Supervisor of St. Martin Medical Center's Radiology Department, Johan Sabajo, said that after undergoing successful application training on the technical aspects of machine handling and operational techniques to capture high-quality radiology images, we are pleased to announce that the new mobile X-ray machine is fully operational. While this machine replaces our previous portable machine, the application training for the new digital machine has certainly helped us improve our skills in taking digital portable X-rays. And still to come, car flips over after accident. We'll have the details to that story and more when SXM Daily News returns.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
And welcome back. The Police Patrol and Traffic Department was alerted to a serious accident that had taken place early Saturday morning, February the 22nd, around 3 a.m. next to KFC on the Welfare Road, where a rider of a T-Max motorbike was badly injured. On the scene, the patrol encountered the rider of the T-Max motorbike with the initials KR, who was complaining of pain in his back and his head. According to the information, the driver of the gray Hyundai Accent with the number plate P2428 came from the side street next to the KFC and drove onto the Welfare Road in the direction of the roundabout. At the same time, the rider of the T-Max was also driving on the Welfare Road towards Kratoff, a roundabout. For reasons still unknown, the driver of the Hyundai Accent decided to turn left and try to enter the parking lot of KFC. The rider of the T-Max was unable to brake in time and crashed into the other car. The rider of the bike was treated at the scene by the personnel of the ambulance and later transported to the St. Martin Medical Center for treatment. The wounds of the victim were not life-threatening. And then in this other item from the police report, the Central Dispatch directed the police patrol to the Welfare Road on Saturday morning, February the 22nd, around 5:30 a.m. for a car that had flipped over in the area of Lotus nightclub. At the location, the police patrol encountered the vehicle with the license plate M4183 that had flipped over after slamming into another car. According to the information gathered, the driver of the vehicle with the number plate 2860-AAD was reversing out of a parking space and had not noticed the other vehicle coming from the direction of the Simpson Bay Bridge. The impact from the collision caused the vehicle M-4183 to flip over on its roof. The victims of both vehicles with the initials RN and MT suffered only minor injuries and was treated on the scene by paramedics. President of the Windward Islands Chamber of Labor Union, NY2, Mrs. Claire Elshot, says that she is very disappointed and had expected much more respect from the SHTA organization. The SHTA has made a firm call for the revocation of government's new policy on the issuance of labor permits and wants the new permit policy revoked immediately. Mrs. Elshot says the tone was not the tone that they had expected. It was very disrespectful.
We expected much more respect from this employers' organization. The tone of their public statement was not the tone that we as labor representatives are accustomed to hear from the charter representatives in the tripartite or in the Social Economic Council. The press statement this time we found very disrespectful. Not only how they addressed the Minister of VSR, but also how they insulted female workers in St. Martin, suggesting that they are qualified to be employed first in the adult entertainment industry. We quote from the article in the Daily Herald of last week, Thursday, and I quote, Charter noted most work permits granted last year, so 25%, were for the adult entertainment sector. Charter would like to know if this industry is going to be forced to follow the same new labor rules, which is keeping a list of locals qualified for the job and having a government employee sitting in on the interviews. As a female worker and as a labor union representative myself, I can feel how all my sisters feel about this statement of the SHTA. Of all the trade sectors where there are vacancies, why mentioning the adult entertainment sector solely and not other sectors where decent work is not provided to local qualified workers first? The charter could have addressed their concern in a more respectful manner. Why did they not request an urgent meeting with the Minister of VSR? Why did they not request an urgent meeting of the Tripartite Committee or the Social Economic Council? These advisory bodies can provide solicited or unsolicited advice in the government to change or amend policies or legislation after consensus reach. The charter have requested an urgent meeting, an urgent discussion also in these advisory bodies, and come up with a better proposal to guarantee that qualified local residents get employment first before employment permits are being requested for qualified foreign workers. We expect and demand that the charter offer a public apology for their disrespectful way of addressing the issue and for their undecent statement concerning local workers for the adult entertainment industry.
Now turning to our weather forecast. A weak pressure gradient will maintain variable and light winds across the region. Meanwhile, low-level moisture associated with a surface trough and a frontal boundary will increase the chance for brief showers across the forecast area. Moderate sea conditions are expected with waves up to 7 feet. A small craft operators and sea bathers are advised to exercise caution. Now let's turn to your 3-day forecast. And still to come, Grand Carnival Parade highlights from French Saint Martin. We'll have the details with that story and more when SXM Daily News returns.
Make use of WIB mobile banking with easy access and direct usage of face recognition, PIN code, or fingerprint. Download WIB mobile banking app and make your transaction from anywhere at any time. For more information, visit wib-bank.net/quick-login.
Welcome back. The Grand Parade on French Saint Martin took place last Sunday in Marigot. Hundreds turned out for the colorful display of costumes, and even though there were only 4 troops that participated, it was short but sweet. One of the reasons cited for the low turnout of troops was the social unrest back in December and the subsequent strikes that followed. Bridget Gums was elected Miss Carnival 2020 on Saturday night, while Miss Carnival 2020 first runner-up is Jacinthe Grell, second runner-up is Jillian Richardson, junior carnival queen is Ayana Connor, first runner-up is Nayeli Stephen, and second runner-up is Lise DeFosse. The troops were judged on punctuality, overall impact, originality, discipline, and presentation, theme performance, and craftsmanship. For the choreography part, they were judged on performance, creativity, synchronization, cohesion, coordination, timing, and impact on the public. And still to come, Soca Monarch results from Trinidad and Tobago. You'll have the details to that story and more when SXM Daily News returns.
Hi, what's up, St. Martin? My name is Rene Leverett, and I play baseball. And I have represented St. Martin in numerous international tournaments and professionally around the world. Sports matters to me because it reveals and develops character. So I challenge the business community to step up for sports and help us rebuild and repair our facilities. I also ask the community to nominate local businesses in your area to take the challenge and step up for sports. Because hashtag sports matters, hashtag are you in?
And the results of the finals of the International Soca Monarch 2020 competition that was held last Friday, February the 22nd, 2020, and could have been seen on cable TV channel 15 at the Hazley Crawford Stadium in Port of Spain, Trinidad. There were 23 contestants across both categories competing for that ultimate prize of being crowned International Soca Monarch Groovy or Power Soca Monarch 2020. And the winner in the power category was college boy Jesse with his Happy Song. And the winner of the in the groovy category was Ira George, Stage Gone Back.
I feel good like if I win the lottery. I don't worry. God, I feel so happy. Cause I feel good like if I win the lottery. I know. God, I feel so. Yeah, listen. I love when I'm in this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the all-new Power Soca Monarch of Trinidad and Tobago for 2020 with his hit song, Stage Gone Mad, Neil Iowa George!
Call the commissioner, call the minister.
I am Valerie Van Putten. Just a reminder that this and other programs are available online. Simply log on to stmartinmediacenter.com for viewing. And on behalf of the SXM Daily News team, we thank you for watching and plan on meeting you back here again tomorrow.